Hello guys and welcome back to Rap Project. Today, I'm going to show you how to change your engine oil. According to the owner's manual, this Mazda 2 Skyactiv uses a 5W30 engine oil. The oil filter can be bought around 180 to 200 pesos. Take note of this code to make sure that you are getting the right oil filter. So pop up your hood. Just like in any car, there's a small lever to push in this Mazda 2. Pop it up and put the stand on the designated point. Here's the latest model engine of Mazda. Hook up the dipstick and check the condition of oil. This is a common appearance of used oil, which is brown and dirty. The racing point of the scissor jack has two marks. You will put it on the middle. I decided to change the location of the scissor jack to make way for the jack stands. This is the original tools of the Mazda. There's no problem with it except for being short. So I use this tool from my Honda, which is longer and easier to use. For that reason, I jack up the car from the subframe. This is a safe point because this section where the bushing sits is designed to handle the weight of the car. This is also a perfect place for a scissor jack because it matches up the head of your jack. You can see that it sits perfectly. I inspect it and there's no dent or whatsoever. So this is a good place to start with. For the jack stands, I decided to place it on its original mounting point. Here's what it looks like underneath. You can see a solid section. This is where you put your scissor jack or jack stand. Before you lower the car, put a small piece of cardboard to prevent any scratches. So this is how it looks like. Make sure you put two jack stands and leave the scissor jack for safety reasons. Don't forget to put a wood or anything in your rear tire to prevent your car from any unnecessary movements. Underneath, there will be a large plastic cover. You will need to find the cover for the drain bolt and oil filter. So this is where it should be. So remove the 8mm bolt and pull the cover to remove it. There's the drain bolt and oil filter. Put a large container for draining the oil. Use an 8mm Allen wrench to remove the drain bolt. Since Allen wrench has no leverage, strike it with a hammer to loosen it. Remove the bolt and let it drain. Remove the oil cap to drain it faster. This is the original drain bolt of Mazda, and I advise you to change it. The washer gasket is replaceable, and you don't need any kind of sealant since the washer is compressible. The oil filter is very tight, so I have to remove the whole panel to make space for an oil filter tool. This is the engine cover. It is held by 8 bolts on the front and 6 plastic clips on the back. Keep those bolts and plastic clips in a small container to keep it safe. This is the oil filter tool. It's a chain type which you can adjust according to the size of the oil filter. The ends of the oil filter has edges, which this is where you will place the chain tool. This could take a while, so be patient. When you remove it, dispose it properly. Just let it drain more. The best way is to drain it overnight, but if you need to use the car, you can do it for 1 or 1.5 hours. This is a side-by-side of the replacement oil filter and the original Mazda oil filter. Here you can see how tight the filter was when installed. A layer of paint was removed. The drain bolt head is stripped off. When I insert an Allen wrench, it has a large clearance. If you use this bolt again, you can strip the head off completely, which is a bigger problem. You might not be able to remove it in the next oil change. This is the bolt that I will use to replace the original ones. It comes with a new gasket. The threads of the bolt is the same with my Honda, which is equipped with a single overhead cam engine. This is a 17mm bolt. Wipe off the oil filter housing before you install the filter. Same thing with the oil pan drain hole. Install the new drain bolt with a new washer gasket. Tighten it snug. Don't tighten it too much or you will strip off the threads. The oil pan is aluminum, so be careful with it. Just tighten it a bit to seal off the gasket. Before install the oil filter, put some oil onto the O-rings. And since the filter is installed in a vertical position, put some oil inside so the engine could sip the oil quickly. Put some oil onto the surface. Install the new oil filter. Just tighten it by hand. Make sure it is snug. You don't need a tool in tightening it because when you do, it will be hard to remove the next time you change your oil. Now that we're finished, time to install the cover. I installed it and left the oil pan section to see if there will be any leaks. With the car on the ground, it's time to fill the engine with fresh oil. Pull the dipstick and wipe off the old oil and insert it. Wipe up the surroundings to prevent any dirt from coming into the engine. Put a funnel onto the hole. Mine is a plastic bottle of soft drinks with an open hole at the ends. This is a great alternative to save money. Don't put all of it. Always check your dipstick to make sure that you are not going above maximum. Remember that you have oil in your oil filter. This is a good point. Close the engine oil cap and start the engine. In the next morning, check the dipstick to know whether you need to put more or not. So there you have it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much and God bless.